Hey, what's up guys, and welcome to the channel. This is Don from TOD Images. Today we're flying drones, baby. Alright guys, so today I've got with me the amazing Mavic Air 2. This is definitely one of the best drones that I've flown. I've tried almost a couple of them. I've tried the Mavic Mini, the Mavic Mini 2, the Mavic Pros, and the Phantoms. The Phantoms are just a headache for me, but this is so much fun to fly, and it's so easy to use. I think they've refined drones that you really don't need to be an expert. There's a lot of things that are automatically done, but to help you to get the best of what you're trying to do, instead of fiddling and trying to be very technical, you can get your job done easily and quickly upload to social media or wherever you need that content to go. So for me, since I do a lot of tech things and I love gadgets like this is something that has been on my radar for a long time, and I finally have it. So let's just take a quick look at it. It's a drone. It's got 4 propellers, obviously, to keep it hovering on the, and it also has to have a camera. It has a camera in the front. This camera is an amazing camera. It's 48 megapixel, and definitely high quality, because it also goes to f2.8. that's the aperture, f2.8. The images from this you will see in the video, the samples. I'll put some samples in the video. The video quality is also very outstanding. It's got 4K up to 60 frames per second, which is amazing for a drone this size. When you fold it up, let me show you how it looks. When you fold it up, it's definitely not as small as the mini drones, but when you fold it up, you see how compact it is. This is my phone. This is definitely chunky, beefy as compared to the Mavic Mini and the Mini 2, but for the performance that I'm getting out of this and what it can do, it's definitely a perfect size drone, and I'm loving it. It can withstand winds. It can definitely still stabilize the video even if it's windy. And I just took it out now. I went to a race course. My kids and I were at a place called Formula K here in Benoni. The place is amazing. The aero shots, you can have a look at the footage in the video. So this is the main star of the Mavic Air 2. The Mavic Air 2, the Mavic Air, which is one, obviously, had the previous version of a controller from DJI, but DJI has since upgraded their controller to this amazingly stable, does not drop connection or does not lose connection easily to the drone. So far I've only seen it say lost connection, but it was like a fraction of a second and the connection was already connected, but I never lost control of my drone at any given time. It's got a new format. Instead of having your phone on the bottom, in the previous controllers you had to hold it like this, the phone was on the bottom, but on this bad boy the phone is right on top, which feels a bit more natural if you ask me. The controller itself is chunky, beefy, but once you get used to it, you will learn to appreciate. And it is. The thumbsticks are very responsive. The latency has been reduced, so you almost don't feel the latency between the drone and the controller. It's got something called open sync or one sync. I don't know what it's called. I'll throw it up in the video just so that you can have a look. And I love that they've gone type C, so type C everything. So type C to connect to the controller, to your phone. So type C to charge, which is perfect for me because my phone uses type C, so I use the same charger on my phone and the controller, and the same cable on my phone to the controller as well. Once you've paired it up, you've gone into the DJI app. It's so easy to fly. Just a walkthrough on the controller itself. You got your 2 control thumbsticks. So this one controls, I think, the direction, and this one controls the height. So direction and speed and the height. This one, height and the descent. This is you can set it up to do whatever you want it to do. On this side, you've got the capture and record. So depending on which mode you're in, you could be in video mode or photo mode. If you're in photo mode, you can press this button to take a picture, or you can be in video mode, press this button to record a video. On this side, this controls the gimbal movement. The gimbal moves up and down, so you can either go up and down using this. Works perfectly. And then on the front, you've got the function button. It's a custom button. You can put whatever you want to. A couple of things, about 3 things that you can assign it to, either to start recording or stop recording. I can't remember exactly. Then you've got the return to home. This is very important. Every time you're flying your drone, you need to make sure you set a home point, so that if you lose connection, your phone dies or your controller dies, after the drone notices that it's out of range and it's not syncing with the controller anymore, it will come back to home where it started and it will eventually land. Here you've got 3 options: tripod, normal, and sport. So the tripod is a very cinematic type of shot. It doesn't mean it becomes a tripod. The drone naturally hovers to about 101 meter, maybe 1.2 meters the moment you start it. But the tripod, it just means that you have a very soft cinematic look when you're recording. So you can make the drone face you, and you can be panning it or moving it from left to right, just on a very slow cinematic. Normal is the normal speed where you can fly the drone. Definitely not very fast as compared to sport. It really zooms, and sometimes you can see it go and disappear into the clouds. This controller, I'm loving it. DJI has done very well. Obviously they will just work on the size because it's a big boy. It feels like an Xbox controller, the very first Xbox. If you ever saw those, they were very big. This is what reminds me of that. Back to the star of the show, the drone itself is definitely impressive. For me, I've used it and I've really enjoyed it. The battery is quite big. It will fly this drone for up to about 30 to 35 minutes. So you can get 30 to 35 minutes of flight time using this one battery. I unfortunately do not have the Fly More combo. The Fly More combo just means that it comes with 2 extra batteries and maybe extra propellers as well. So I just got the bundle. This was the cheapest bundle that I could get because I really needed to get into this drone. Obviously I will look for the batteries later as we go, but for now I have the one battery, which I think so far it serves me very well because I don't fly that often. I'm still trying to learn to do cool things with it, to play around and to do extra fun things with it. But as soon as I can get my hands on another battery, I'm getting 2 more batteries. This one, I don't know how long it lasts, but I've never needed to charge it while I'm flying, so it's got enough battery. And also I noticed that it charges your phone. If you're flying and your phone is flat, it takes some of its power and charges your phone, which is a good thing. The drone itself, like this, is very light because obviously the weight is coming from the battery, but obviously it needs to be paired for it to fly. The drone is amazing, guys. The propellers have been redesigned. I've noticed they are definitely don't make as much noise as the previous drone. So I've had the Mavic Air, the Air one, and it was quite noisy. It had a really distinctive buzz to it. But these propellers, I think they've been redesigned, and it doesn't make as much of a buzz sound as the previous version of this drone. But that is not much of a problem because obviously the drones do not record sound, they just record picture, which is an amazing thing. They record an amazing picture, and then you can then put the footage, use the footage as B-roll or use it as A-roll depending on what you're doing. I've seen some people using, so you can record, you can do a voiceover, you can do all the shots from your drone and just do a voiceover and transfer the voice footage onto, you know, the project that you're working on. Alright, so who is this drone for? So this drone isn't exactly the cheapest drone, but it's also not the most expensive drone. So in my own opinion, I think it's a perfect drone, because you don't want to start with a very cheapy one like the Mavic Mini. If you're into the Mavics only, which I think they are the best drones, do not even experiment with all the other things that they're selling out there. Just get yourself, even if it's a second hand, buy a second hand Mavic. I think you will definitely get much more value from these than those other brand new Chinese versions. You won't have as much fun, the camera won't be good. These ones are built with proper perfection and quality. The quality from them, they are all plastic, but this part here, I don't, yeah, but it is plastic. They're all plastic, but they are very durable plastic, and it feels very sturdy. And you know, I think I have not crushed mine yet, thank God, but touch wood actually. I think if you crush it, you can be able to replace some of the things like the propellers and I don't know what else, maybe the gimbal. There's places, I know a place in Blagori, it's called Africa Dronkin. I'll put their link in the description. I'm not sponsored, I just recommend them because I actually lost these thumbsticks for my Mavic Air, and I just went to buy them on Take a Lot. They're 200 rand. At Africa Dronkin, they're 200 rand. So I just don't like the wait. Take a Lot, sometimes they can throw you off with a 4 days, 5 days, 1 week wait. Africa Dronkin, just walk in, bought these, and definitely I am using them now on my drone. So big shout out to Africa Drone King. They're in Blagori in Randburg. Check them out. They also sell a lot of other things. I'm just recommending them because I buy some of my accessories from them. Propellers, I need extra propellers, I'll definitely get from them. If they don't have, I'll get from Take a Lot. Take a Lot has always been trusted, and let's look at the prices of how much these drones go for actually. So you can get the base model like this with the 1 battery combo, with the 1 battery, 1 controller, 1 drone charger. This one is going from about 16,500. Then you can get the Fly Mode combo. I know it's gone on promotion now. It's going for about 25,000, from 25,000. So if you're lucky enough, maybe prices, by the time you're watching this video, prices will definitely drop, because I know that they've DJI has since released another drone called the Mavic Air 2S. Definitely bigger sensor. It's got a 1-inch sensor on the camera, so it's definitely better on the camera, but I think the flight and everything else is exactly the same. All the drones have been redefined. I don't know how much more they can improve, but obviously that's their job. They need to keep on working and improving on these items so that we may get better performance. So the other thing that I like this drone about, it's got about 6 avoidance or collision avoidance sensors. So it's got 2 here in the front, 2 on the bottom, and 2 on the back. So this will help you detect objects around when you're flying. It will just buzz on your controller and it will tell you that don't go there, you're gonna crash your drone, and it will protect you from breaking your very expensive purchase. That's amazing. And also it's got a very bright LED, which is a landing LED. So on the bottom, when you're flying at night, when you're about to land, this LED will illuminate, and it's very bright. Just I'm in a controlled area and I will not be able to show you. It's very bright. Definitely you need to know and see where you're landing your drone, because obviously you don't want it in water, you don't want it on cables, you don't want it on so many things that might hurt or break your drone. So in conclusion, what is my take on this drone? First of all, I'm in love with it. Personally, I wanted one just to have an extra, you know. So drones, here's what drones are for. Drones are for those extra shots to add in your footage. So I'll put some of the shots. I'm still learning how to fly this drone, but I've been experimenting and playing around with it for the couple of days that I've had it. You have extra B-roll to add in your footage. If you're a music producer, you definitely need some of those aero shots. You know, if you're a music video producer, you need some of those aero videos. Or if you do adverts, I've seen an advert for road safety agency, and there would be a drone shot just to show you the road, or maybe there's a crash somewhere and then you want to report on that, definitely you need this in your workflow. You need something, even if you're a wedding photographer or a videographer, you need this in your workflow so that you have a different shot from what we are all used to on wedding videos. Definitely invest in a drone, but I would only suggest the DJI. I'm not sponsored again, but the DJIs, they're so refined, they're so easy to use, and I think they have the most support. You can get these parts locally here in South Africa. You can get the parts from a lot of places. Just replace whatever breaks. I can even recommend a second-hand one, as long as everything is working from when you buy it. Make sure all the sensors, it's actually flying. Don't just buy it before you test it. Test it before you leave to your home. Test it, make sure that everything is working 100%, then you should be fine. DJI drones are built to last and they are quite durable. And from me at TLD Images, this is the drone that I have today. I'm just talking about it. So this channel, in case you've just watched this video for the very first time, it's all about technology. I like technology things, and I like things that are practical, things that I can use and reuse over and over. And this is something that I will definitely use over and over. I'll try and make money from it. If I get booked for gigs, if you want to book me for some aerial footage of your farm, your property, your rental property, we'll definitely come through and come and shoot. Also, we have an Instagram page where we sell technology items, cell phones, cameras, tech gear, all sorts of things, laptops. Go to TLD Media on Instagram, look us up, and we'll definitely have a lot of things for sale. And if there's something that you're looking for, you can always put in a request and we'll get in touch with you and we'll let you know if we can get it and how much we can get it, because we pride ourselves in helping people who are living frugal. If you are on a budget but you like nice things like me, we always encourage people to look out. We're always hunting for good deals in places like Cash Converters, Marketplace. I'm always just looking out for good things. Even if it's a couple of years old, you don't have to always have the latest and greatest thing. You can always just live by with some good, hardly used second-hand items. Most people buy things that they don't need, then after a couple of weeks they just stash it in their garage. If you're one of those people, put those things up on Marketplace and get some of your money back. This is Don from TLD Images. Thank you very much for watching. Subscribe for more videos like this. We're definitely gonna grow this channel and we want you to be part of this amazing tech unboxings, reviews, rants, just talking about new things and things that we get our hands on. Thank you.